Okay, so I've just been to see The Last Jedi today, and this review is not going to contain any major spoilers. It's a bit of a subjective area when you're getting into spoilers, but I'm not really going to give anything away that the trailer didn't really give away in terms of plot. So, to speak broadly about the film, I was very happy with the thing. I have liked the new movies very much. I would give this an 8 out of 10, similar score to what I gave The Force Awakens and also Rogue One. I would say out of the new films, to put this into perspective, Rogue One is the better film of the new ones that have come out, the 3 so far. I would say that this one is my favourite though. Obviously, I'm kind of looking at things saying it's my favourite but not necessarily the best. It might sound a bit weird, but I'm basically saying that Rogue One was a better made film. This one benefits from having things like Luke Skywalker in the film and all that kind of stuff, and just the magic that we loved from the original movies kind of leaks into this. You didn't so much get that in Rogue One. So that's basically the way I look at it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some of the characters, and then later on I'm going to go through some of the pros and cons of the movie. So to go through some of the main characters, Finn, I think his character seemed to be in this about as much as he was in The Force Awakens. Same with Poe Dameron as well. Their characters are... Well, Poe Dameron probably gets a bit more in this one, to be fair, and it's all good. He's a very good character, and so is Finn, and the two of them really do kind of bounce a bit of humour off each other and seem to be pretty good, solid lead characters, to say that they're newly established and we don't kind of have any expectations on them like we do with some of the older characters, for example. We have a very specific idea of what we expect from Luke Skywalker, for example, but with these new characters they can kind of do what they want with them, and I'm very happy with that. Rey obviously is the main character. She is again in this really great, strong female lead character, which is great without it being too kind of feminist or anything like that in a present day context of feminism. She really is just a solid character. It's not because she's a woman or anything like that. A lot of us don't kind of look at these kind of characters that way in those kind of divisions. She's just a solid character, and I thought that was great. Now, Princess Leia in this one, the concern, especially if you've seen that trailer that seemed to be giving away spoilers, I was kind of concerned about what they were going to do with her, whether she's going to get killed off. I'm not going to give any indication here whether that's the case, but I am going to say I left the film feeling very happy with what they'd done with Leia as well. So beyond that, I don't want to spoil anything, but I was very happy with it as well. Luke Skywalker, again, there was always that concern. Is he going to turn to the dark side? Has he already turned to the dark side? Is that why he's kind of gone into hiding? I'm not going to give that away, but similar to with what I said about Leia, I'm very, very happy with what they did with his character. And going back to what I was saying before, you do kind of have expectations about where you think these characters are going to go because of the older characters. I was perfectly happy. Now, some of the newer characters, was it Holdo, I think she was called, played by Laura Dern. She was a pretty good character. She wasn't in it much. Laura Dern obviously was in the first Jurassic Park movie. Great actress, and she was pretty good in this. She wasn't in it a lot, but the bits that she was in, she was very good. There's a new character called Rose, who is an Asian character. She was really good. She was kind of a minor character, and she was quite a strong character, but she was a bit more of a background character, which kind of needed to be given sort of her personality. But I think they did some really good stuff with her, and characters like that can sometimes be a little bit annoying sometimes, a bit like R2-D2 and C-3PO were kind of perceived in the original ones, being sort of sidekick characters, I guess. I didn't feel that way about her. I thought she was really good. The only other character, sort of newish character, was Maz Kanata, who obviously was in the last film, The Force Awakens. Her character's in like one scene, so we didn't really get much out of her. Some of the bad guys, and women as well, Captain Phasma for example, were pretty good. Similar kind of role to what she had in The Force Awakens. Some people complained about Phasma in The Force Awakens, saying, oh, she should have been in it more, she was underused. She was in it for what she needed to be, really, and she was in this as well. So Kylo Ren, it's hard for me to really talk about how I feel about what they've done with him without getting into spoilers. I just feel like him being good or bad could really benefit now from not being quite as ambiguous. It's like, if he's a straight up villain, I'd rather see him be pure evil. You could say him killing Han Solo in The Force Awakens is kind of an irredeemable act, but still at the same time I think it's really kind of time to nail down, is he all gone, irredeemable, no chance of him kind of coming back? I feel like that could need to be defined a little bit better. Snoke, again, I can't really talk about too much without giving spoilers away, but I felt a bit towards him, it has to be said. And Hux, the character, was in this about as much as he was in The Force Awakens, and I'm about as happy with him in this as I was in that. Very good actor, pretty good character as well, played by Domhnall Gleeson, pretty good actor. So, as I was saying, let's talk about pros and cons. Talk about the cons first, there's not that many, so some negative stuff. There doesn't seem to be a really strong, defined villain that you can really kind of get behind in this. It's not that bad, but maybe it could just do to be sharpened a little bit, I would maybe say that. The film does maybe drag a little bit in the middle, but then again you can say that about Empire Strikes Back as well. It doesn't drag to the point where you're falling asleep, but it does drag a little bit. Maybe the film could have done to have been a bit shorter, but then again, I like the film, so I'm happy anyway. I think the one thing I'll say in general is that the Star Wars franchise is never going to be quite what it once was, but it is still very good. And like I say, I give this film an 8 out of 10, which is a pretty good score. Some of the positive stuff, I think they did some great justice to the characters, the older characters, like I say, Leia and Luke. Really good what they've done with them. I won't go any further than that because I'm getting into spoiler territory otherwise. They do seem to expand things as well. They don't kind of be like, well, this character is, you know, the nephew or the grandchild of this character. It's kind of broadening things out of it, bringing new characters in that are fresh characters. They're not related to anything that you've seen before. You know, like you could say, I've seen some stupid things over the years, like with the prequels. They were trying to say, you know, Lando Calrissian is related to Mace Windu. It's like, what, because he's black? Like, what the hell? Like, why would you shrink the universe like that? Why does everybody have to be related to each other? So that was quite good. The score by John Williams was fantastic. I'm really glad that he stayed on for this. It was my understanding that The Force Awakens was the last film he was going to score, but obviously he's come back for this, which is great. I'm hoping that he comes back for episode 9 as well. I just really feel overall, final positive thing, I would say that the magic from the original trilogy really, you do get a feel of that in this, and obviously it's kind of, you're going to get that anyway just by having Luke Skywalker in the thing, but I really think that this new wave of movies has just got the magic that the prequel movies were just lacking. And there's all sorts of specific reasons that I could get into, but that's not the point of this video. So, love the film, looking forward to watching it again, and I might do another video somewhere down the line, maybe with some of my co-reviewers. There is a written review up at Brandex Reviews on the Facebook page if you want to check that out. One of my other co-reviewers, Richard Moody, has done a written review of the film. I don't think he quite liked it as much as me, but he was still very happy with it. He's been to see it twice already, so you know, I don't think he's complaining too much. So if you haven't seen the film yet, go out, you'll enjoy it. I don't think anybody has really said anything bad about it necessarily, so I'll leave it there and say you can follow us, like I say, on Facebook, YouTube obviously, and Instagram. But I'll just leave it there and say thank you very much for watching, and may the Force be with you. And we'll see you next year for the Solo review of the Han Solo standalone movie. Looking forward to that. See you next time. This is why I can't put a bloody tree up, because this bloody rotten shit house. Look, this is what we do here. Look, you rotten bugger. Eh? Can I put this bloody tree up, for God's sake, you rotten shit house? Give us a kiss, right? Is that it? Is that all you want? Evidently not, no. What the hell? She's bloody insane. Hey. Ooh.